Hello everybody and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights, the core campaign. I'm Josh and this is Keegra's Adventures on the Sword Coast. Okay, so as you guys might have known, or if you've listened to any of my videos, I had a hard drive failure and had to replay up to this point. So I'm sorry if there is a bit of differences in my equipment or experience or spell loadout or feats. I tried to accomplish everything I had gotten up to this point, but yeah, so here we are. When we last left off, I was making my way south of Port Last, looking for information on the cult that spread the plague in Neverwinter. I was going down the south road to get to Charwood, and just kind of looking at what we've got to do. There's a guy named Vardock who's hunting me. I have Linu's tale to finish. She's on the last one of hers for this chapter, and once we finish with her, I'll start another companion. The Serpent's Gems. I picked up Wynev's gem, and I believe I picked up another of the gems and already turned that one in. So we'll just have one more to do it for those. I have 3 more tomes to find. We've only got 1 more werewolf to cure. And the rest of them... Oh, and the bounty hunters. We have 3 more bounty heads that we have to find as well. And then the rest of them are finishing up the chapter story. So, with that, let's get right into it and head towards Charwood. Alright, so before we get to Charwood, there is a bunch of farmlands, and as typical, there are side quests here. I'm going to talk with the farmer up here. He has a quest for me, if I can find him. And he's not in the farmhouse, I know that. Cow. Oh, wolves attacking cows. We'll save the cow if we can. And we couldn't. And we have a warg that spawned all the way up here on the cliff. So I'm just going to take pot shots at it until it falls. Okay, and once it's dead, Linu decides to go ahead and spell it. Alright, well... I don't know where the farmer got off to. He's usually, like, right here. Well, let me go pick up the other quest of the area, and then we'll go check inside the house. I don't remember him being in the house, though. Okay, so after that farm, there's a second farm here. The gentleman outside Ingo doesn't have a quest for us, but he wants us to cheer up his boy, and we'll talk to his son. His son has a quest for us. And being sneaky people, we'll just go ahead and unlock the door and talk to Eric. Hey, who do you think you are, barging into a man's room like that? The door was locked for a reason. Who are you? I'm Eric, Ingo's son. Now, that's as polite as I'm going to be until you tell me why you broke into my room. I was just exploring. An adventurer, are you? Well, go explore somewhere else, will you? Whatever your reason for being here, you could turn around and leave, unless you have something important you want. I'm looking for work, if you have any. I could sure use a favor right now, and maybe you're a man who can help. Interested in the details? Yeah, sure. Tell me about this favor. My pa might have told My pa might have told that I've been feeling a little down lately. Well, he doesn't even know the half of it. And sure, I'm a little heartbroken, but it's that tease Constance O'Deal. She knows she has me wrapped around her little finger, so all she does is toy with me. Oh, I'm such a fool. She wanted to see Mama's brooch, so I brought it over for her. Now the witch won't give it back. Forget my stupid heart. If I don't get that brooch back, Pa will have my hide instead. And can't you just buy the brooch from her? You don't know Constance. I don't know if anyone does. It's not money she's after. She just wants to see me beg. Well, I won't do it. See, she has to learn that people's hearts aren't just toys to be played with. Please, I'll reward you for the brooch, I promise. Okay, I'll do it. Will you? She's Farmer O'Deal's daughter, the one who keeps cattle up by the waterfalls. Do whatever it takes to get me Ma's brooch back, short of laying a finger on her. Look at me, I still worry for her, even now. Okay, I'll go get it back from her without hurting her. Return to me with the brooch, and you shall have your reward. Damn right I'll have my reward. As you will notice, if you look back at previous episodes, I am moving way faster than I did before. And that's because I found some boots of haste in this playthrough. So, and as you can see, I'm hasted. So I'm moving at basically twice my speed. I get an extra attack. It's all good. And this cow is still in the way. Okay, I'm going to turn into a wolf and kill this cow. Oh, there's the farmer. What can an old farmer do for you, my lord? What's your name? Me? I'm Farmer O'Deal, but you can just call me Pete, if you like. And who might you be? You may call me Kegro Headwood. Well, I've been having some trouble around the farm as of late, Kegro Headwood. Do you think you might be able to help me out? What kind of trouble? There are some dire wolves in the hills there that have taken to preying to my herd. The pack's led by a big she-wolf I've taken to calling Silverback. Is it because she has a silverback? No, she's actually bald on the back. I swear I'll pay 300 gold to have her head. She's already taken down 2 of my cattle, and left to her own devices, she'll clear out the whole herd. Sure, that sounds like something I can do. That be true? Well, I don't hold my breath till I see returning with old Silverback's head, but the help's appreciated. Until then, need anything else? No, but I'm going to go talk to your daughter. Stay safe, my lord. Alright, and... We don't need to talk to the mother. Let's talk to Constance.
Well, a handsome stranger in the bedroom of the farmer's daughter. I wonder where such an encounter could lead.
No, nowhere. I'm here with an elf. What do you mean by that?
Surely you know the story of the farmer's daughter and... Oh, never mind. Why must I always be surrounded by simpletons?
I'm not simple. I was merely trying to give you a chance to act more like a proper young lady.
Oh, how embarrassing. Sorry about that. So, how can I help you?
I want to speak with you about Eric's brooch.
He told you about that, huh? Well, I tried to get him to leave me alone, but he persisted. I told him there was never going to be a relationship between us, but he wouldn't listen. I was going to give it back to him if he promised to leave me alone, but now I need it. The gold I can get for selling it might help Pa replace the cows killed by the wolves.
Be reasonable. Ingo treasures that brooch because it reminds him of his wife.
That may be so, but it will also fetch a fine price in Port Last, enough to buy...
I misspelled buy here.
Enough to buy a couple head of cattle to replace those killed by the wolves of late.
Money? That's all this means to you?
Look, my ma and his ma were best friends before she passed on. If she would have known we were struggling, she'd have been happy to give it.
And then maybe I can buy it off of you.
Really? Okay. You may have it for 1,000 gold.
You're shysting me, but... Fine, I'll give you 1,000 gold. I can spare it.
1,000 gold? We can buy another half herd for this. Thank you so much. You can't know how much this means to my family. Give me a second. I have the brooch right here in my pocket. Here it is, and I hope that fool Eric has learned not to give his heart so freely. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Nope. Goodbye.
Fare you well, then. Perhaps we'll speak again.
Alright, so I could have persuaded her down to 250, but, you know what? Eric's having problems with his cattle. I'm damn flush with gold. So, yeah, it's all good. Alright, so then we come up to the caves here, where we fought those wolves earlier, and then we are just going to destroy this pack of wolves. Oop, still have a bow equipped, so let's get my scythe out. Okay, and thankfully I still have Body Knock's ring, so every round I'm regenerating a hit point. That's still not gonna save me here, though, I think, so I'll go ahead and take a potion. Alright. And these wolf pelts are actually worth something, if I remember correctly, so I'm going to take them. I think they're worth like 20 gold each. Well, not each of them, because they're leaving both wolf pelts and leather hides. So I can get 20 gold for the wolf pelts and 1 or 2 gold for the leather hides. So okay, I don't want to miss anything, so we'll just grab this over here. And Linu goes off to fight something else that she can see. Another dire wolf. At this point, I'm knocking out these wolves in like 3 or 4 attacks, so. And thankfully, with my haste, that means 1 every couple of rounds. There's Silverback. I don't quite want to fight her yet. I want to finish clearing this area out of wolves. So we'll come over here. Oh, she dispelled any magic on the obviously spell-casting dire wolf. Oh, that's a warg. And even more dire wolves. I think there's also a pack leader in here. Whoops. Letting my hit points slip too low again. I wish Linu would actually do her job and heal me, but nope, she wants to get into the action. And we'll pick up some pelts. Okay, yep, and there it goes. So I find it interesting that Port Last just has so many wolf problems. First there's werewolves, and then there's this pack of wolves being led by a big old mean thing. In the second Neverwinter Nights game, or Neverwinter Nights 2, again, there are werewolves in the area, and it's just a funny happenstance that this place just loves wolves. Alright, looks like we're almost done here. There's probably a couple more over here, but that leads back to the... Oops. Sorry about that. The screen just kind of stroked out. But, yeah, this leads back to the entranceway. And Linu is fighting, but she ran off on her own, so that's her fault. Hey, she killed a wolf. And she hurt the rest of them pretty good, too, so we'll just take care of this. Right, Cleve doing quite a bit of good work. Because of the haste, I might be able to deal with this without a companion for a little while, so I'll go back for Linu at the end of the episode and get the rest of her story, but otherwise I'm just gonna bank on myself and try and max out the amount of experience I'm gonna get. And I won't have somebody trying to bust open everything I failed to open. Okay, and I think all that's left in here now is Silverback. We'll go beat up on her until she stops harassing the cows, I guess. Oh, the wolves have a chest, and they locked it somehow. I guess I just assume that they, stole a locked chest. Although I guess the wargs could have locked it. They're intelligent enough. And a lock isn't, extremely difficult to understand how to work. Okay, and some more pelts. Gonna have to go to the store soon and offload all these pelts. Oh, they're also hunting people. That's not good. You wolves. And while we're in a lull, go ahead and just use a healing kit to get back up. And pick up a bit of gold. And now we go attack the she-wolf. Alright, this fight is rather difficult if I remember correctly, so before I go in, I'm going to use some buffs. I think I saw a potion of bull strength, yep, so we'll use that. And my Rod of the Ghost. And we're in. Who enters my den? Oh, she's a talking wolf. Okay. The Rod of the Ghost is making it difficult to hit me, as is the haste. And even when she does hit me, I'm taking less damage than normal, so we should be able to finish this fight up pretty quick. And now that I know that it's intelligent, I'm not going to want to kill it if it surrenders. Or if it even understands the concept of surrender. Yep.
You have bested me. What do you want?
Let the music die down.
I show my throat to you. Sink your teeth into it. It is yours.
You talk, do you? Answer my questions.
As you wish, manling.
Where did you learn to talk?
My mother served a manling ranger. He taught me your foolish tongue when I was still a pup.
Who was this ranger? Tell me about your hunting grounds.
We used to hunt in the East Woods, but there is something evil there. My mate preyed on a manling village, but the meat was rancid on the bone. When he ate it, he said it took a piece of him away with it to an endless place, and then it took more and more until he died from the inside out. That is why I've led the pack out of the forest into this new den, and now you come here and defile it.
Who was the ranger that taught you to talk?
Nobody. He is dead. He sent my mother to fight a demon just so he could run away. I killed him with my own teeth. It is bad enough to serve a manling, but it is worse to serve a coward.
That I face you here should prove that I'm no coward.
I will not follow you, manling, if that is what you have come to ask.
No, simply a favor, that is all I ask.
Your courage has hurt you that much. I will not follow you, but you may ask something else of me.
I need you to stop hunting the cattle, and no people either.
Their flesh is the best I've tasted in many years, but I will do as you ask. There are enough deer about for us to live on.
And peaceful solution. Relatively peaceful solution. I had to beat some sense into her at first, but she has agreed not to attack the Odil's cattle anymore, and definitely not the Odil's, so let us return and collect our rewards. Oh, that reminds me, because I killed the wolves here, they probably have, yep, wolf pelts. And there is Pete. I've already forgot Pete's voice.
So you have returned, my lord. Have you good news? Have you the head of the she-wolf, Silverback?
Her back wasn't really that silver, it was more black. But no, I didn't kill her. But I did speak with her.
You what? Bah, who am I to argue? I've been known to talk to my cows on occasion. Still, wolves are predators. What makes you think they'll stop?
She gave me her word. She'll stick to it.
Very well, then. It may be against my better judgment, but I suppose I trust you. I assume the 300 gold we discussed is sufficient.
The lawful side of me says, that'll do, Pete. That'll do.
Thanks for the help, then. With the she-wolf gone, the rest of the pack should be easy enough to scatter. It's been appreciated. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to make a trip to Port Last to restock the herd. Thank you again, my lord.
Alright, so with the 1,000 gold we gave his daughter, he can go get some more cows, and they should live fine. Alright, I also think, if I remember correctly, there is a little man, a little silhouette of a man. And we shall talk to Sturge. Alright, so there are two approaches to this. You can either fight him immediately or play a game of guessing if you listen to his story. He just admitted he was a baby killer, though, so a baby killer? In that case, I'll have to kill you.
Not so fast. After all, it isn't my death that you want, but rather the proof of my death. The proof of my death. If you had read the bounties posted the length of the Sword Coast, you know that you need only my tattooed ear as proof.
Well, I'm gonna flub this a lot with this voice, apparently.
If you'd spare my life and listen to what I have to say, I'd be willing to cut my ear from my head and give it to you as proof.
Why am I still listening to you? You're a baby killer.
If that were not enough, I'd also be willing to tell you where to find some of my other escaped prisoners. They are as dastardly as I, and we are worth the same reward. Come now, listen to what I have to say.
Okay.
Surely you are interested in finding out how I, Sturge the baby killer, escaped the most secure prison in Waterdeep.
Alright, how did you get out?
I was just about to tell you. Glad to see that flicker of impatience in the air between your ears. I found myself in prison, rather unfortunately. I wanted to get out so I can go back to doing what I do best. The baby killing, you see. I realized that escaping this Waterdavian prison was said to be impossible. So I knew I would need help achieving the impossible.
So you went with the other inmates?
Yes, indeed. Aren't we a quick study? Someone woke up refreshed this day, so yes, I worked out a relationship with Zor, Delilah, Wyvern, and Ysgar. I knew they had all been interested in escaping, and unlike the others, had the talent to do so.
What kind of talent?
The only kind of talent. The kind that works together. We were the A-team. Zor was a big brute. He could pull down gates or smash through doors. Delilah's poisons helped us to incapacitate many of the guards within the prison, and Wyvern was able to call to the animals to further our escape. He used them to deliver messages, create distractions, and even help us shake off the guards from our trail. It was very exciting.
And what did you contribute?
Me? I helped put it all together. Mine were the brains that put the plan together and got us all working in unison. Well, me and Ysgar, but he's just the figurehead, there to inspire loyalty.
Your escape hasn't been a success yet.
Oh, but it has. No one ever escaped from that prison. We were the first. We made it out the door. We can get caught now, after the fact, but it doesn't change anything. We escaped.
So now what?
Now we play a game. You beat me at it, and I cut off my ear and give it to you, because that's all you really want, isn't it? The bounty you'll get from my ear. The game we'll play is the oldest game of all. I will give you a word, and you must respond to it with another word that can defeat the original word without being its opposite. If you win, I'll tell you where Delilah is and give you my valuable ear. If not, we settle this with blades.
Yeah, we're gonna settle this with blades anyways, but alright, let's play your game.
I hope you are a worthy challenge. Let us begin. Let's see, let's start easy. My word is darkness.
Sun.
How true! The sun's bright orb, while it creates darkness by its shadows, also defeats it with its glare. My new word then is clouds.
Wind?
Aye, the wind can tear apart the clouds, but what can beat the wind? I think I stand defeated, my friend. There is no other choice for me to concede. Come, let me tell you of Delilah, and then tear off this offending ear that I might buy my life.
Hurry up and give me... Now we're attacking you. Die, baby killer. I warned him beforehand. He just wanted to play his game, so... He appears to be a monk. but not a very good monk. And the monstrous baby killer is down. And we'll take his stuff. Well, it's a good thing you didn't use this Croton Skull Crusher on me. Spell Mantle and his ear. And you won't need the rest of this stuff either, which is 24 gold. Just make sure there isn't anything. Oh, there is a chest back here that he has trapped. Oh. We have the good old knock spell when I can't unlock a thing. Could have also used a thieves pick. Do I have flame arrow? I already have that spell in my spellbook. Excellent. Alright, and Sturge has distracted me from coming back over here to Eric and giving him the brooch. And then I will continue to Charwood afterwards. So, talk to Eric. How goes the search? Have you recovered the brooch, or is there something else I can do for you? I have the brooch. How did you ever manage to convince her? Actually, never mind. I probably don't want to know. I gave her money. How about that reward? You've been a good friend to a poor soul down on his luck. Here you go, 650 gold in exchange for the brooch. That's a lot of money. Are you sure you can afford it? It's money I've made off my own plot of land. I was saving it to marry Constance someday, but that would be a foolish venture, I'm afraid. Thanks. It was a joy to help. But now I must take my leave. Me pa was getting worried I'll never run those errands for him. Okay, bye. So, just shown there, if you persuade Constance down to 250, you can make a profit off of that, but, yeah, again, the gold flows, and I was being generous, so I was just like, yeah, sure, here. Alright. And then, up here, we had fought an ambush by a patron in Port Last, but we took care of them, and I believe I will be entering the Haunted Forest Charwood now. Well, I think now is a good time to go ahead and let's go get Linu, and we'll finish her quest up. And then next time I'll enter Charwood with a new companion. So let's talk to Linu. Yes, please. I shall try to breathe life back into you and your quest. Thanks, Linu. Hey. I just want to talk for a while. I love chatting with you, but don't you think we should focus on your mission right now? I'd like you to tell me more of your story, Linu. You have been a true friend to me, Kigro. I have been reluctant to speak to you of this, but you did help me recover the chalice. Perhaps you can help me with this as well. The synth retired from his adventuring life for a couple of years. Then one day he came home with news that he had discovered the location of an ancient city. I knew as soon as he uttered those words that he would be off on another of his grand adventures. I wanted to go with him, but I was involved in preparing a special celebration for the temple. He wouldn't wait for you? I think he had waited for a time when I was wrapped up in something I couldn't get out of. It was his way of protecting me. The synth had a friend who was a mage create a pair of journals. We could write to each other and be in contact every day.
I don't know why, but he never wrote to me about his day or his quest. Instead, he would write about his thoughts and philosophies on life and the mysteries. I wish he had written more about where he went.
Why was that?
The last entry he wrote, he spent several pages telling me how much he loved me, and that no matter what happened to him, I must go on. I knew something was wrong, and begged him to tell me, but he ignored my pleas. The last thing he wrote was that he could hear them coming again. That was it. Some day I shall find the caves Synth was exploring, and I will try to find that journal. I think if I could do that, I would be able to get past his ghost that haunts my dreams. We will find the cultists, Kigro, and justice shall be done. Then perhaps I can resume my quest. I am certain that the journal must exist somewhere, and someday I shall find it.
I found this journal. Has your husband's name on it.
That's it. Oh, Synth, my beloved, you really are gone, then. I thought it would be easier than this. I knew he was, but it still hurts. Oh, it's all my fault. You must leave me before my bad luck kills you too.
I'm going to be nice to her. Linu is actually one of her and Charwood. You can actually become romantically involved with over the course of the game. So I just want to be nice. I won't leave you, Linu. You must be strong and go on as Synth wanted you to.
Oh, Kigro, I wish that I could believe. I don't know what I wish. I just need some time, but thank you for your words. Thank you, Kigro. You have proven to be a true friend once again. My heart will heal in time. I must tell you something. As our friendship grows, so will the power of the pendant I gave you. I think that you shall find it is stronger now than it was before.
That's a wonderful gift, Linu. Thank you.
It is little in comparison to what you have done for me, but I do appreciate it, and you have my friendship and admiration as well. Now, let us go and bring those responsible for the plague to justice.
And with that, I will adjourn until next time. So, thanks for joining me, guys, on this return episode to Neverwinter Nights. I look forward to making more of these videos and posting them on YouTube so that you guys can watch. As always, thanks for joining me, and if you want to support my quest to become a Wizard of the Coast, I'm still running a GoFundMe page, so you can check that out. Alright, and have a good night. See ya.